Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and to another video. So my hand is all ready to go, and in today's set I'm using clear candy, whipped cream, apricot and Firefly. These are all acrylics from Team Gorgeous. I have got Chloris Fine and the Chloris Chunky Cut Glitter, both from Sonia Williams, and I've got these tropical butterfly decals, and I kind of created the whole set around these very pretty decals from Queen of Decals. So getting started, I am going in first up, as I quite often do, with my white base for my decals. So using whipped cream, I'm keeping it nice and thin, no bulk. This white is amazing because of how pigmented it is. You can just paint it on and make sure it's not patchy or anything, so I will just go back in and add a little bit more as and where I feel I need it, and then I will leave this to dry. And before I even do any of this, I do cut my decals out that I want, and then I place them on a little cotton pad in a bowl which I have soaked in water. Just soak in the cotton pad, nothing else, and that just prepares the decals ready for use. So just faff in, adding a little bit more to that nail, and then I'm going to do a white base on here. But I'm only going to do decal at the tip of this nail, and then I'm going to do sort of a fade, glitter, bit of everything going on. So I don't need to place the white all over the nail. I did actually end up with more white than I needed, but you couldn't see it in the end. So I'm going to let the white set, and I'm going in with this beautiful sparkly reddy colour. This is a Firefly. Oh, I really like this one. I'm not really a red person, but I do like this one. And I'm doing an ombre. Yep, I am doing an ombre. So I've just placed that first bead where the natural free edge is, faded it back towards the cuticle, and then I brought the colour down right to the very tip, adding a little bit more colour as and where I feel I need it. Not worrying too much about that blend. Well, I am, but you don't need to, because I'm actually using glitter on this one. But this is me, come on. It wouldn't be me if I didn't faff. And then I'm going to do exactly the same on this one, ish, kind of. I tried to do this more on a slant, but it just did not quite work how I planned. But I'm just doing another ombre on here. So I'm going to stop rabbiting on, because basically I'm sitting here, this is like my fourth voiceover I've done today. So I'm going to stop rabbiting on, I'm going to let you watch, and I'll be back when I've got something more to tell you. So that didn't take me long to come back, but here we go, I have something more to tell you. I'm applying my clear now on top of the white. This is going to allow me to stick my decal down, and I'd already cut this before I put it on my cotton pad, and I'm just placing that at the tip where I wanted it, making sure it's fully stuck down, no wrinkles, lumps, bumps, anything like that, and then I will let that dry, and I'm going to again go in with my clear, and I'm going to stick the decal on here. Now what I did, you will see in a moment, so I've placed that right at the cuticle, right there, and then I'm just getting any wrinkles out, making sure it fits side wall to side wall, making sure it's nice and flat. But then I kept the half that I cut off of the other decal, and I'm just going to cut it to a straight line, and then instead of stretching it to fit the previous one, I'm just going to add this to the tip for that full coverage. So it was a little bit fiddly, and I had to do a little bit of poking around to make sure it was a nice join between the two, but that is all I did. And exactly the same, making sure it's completely flat, stuck down, and then I'm going to let that dry in place. On this nail, I'm going to put some apricot at my nail bed. I'm not worrying about the blend here. I'm not worried about the fact that there's still a lot of white on show. I'm not worrying about that apricot coming all the way to the decal. I'm just getting it on as a nail bed colour. So I've done that first bead. I've blended it right down, and then I'm just going in with a second small wet bead so I can get a nice neat cuticle line, fade it over so that the beads are nicely blended, and then I'm just going to let that dry. And I'm going to do another ombre-y colour flat. I'm going to try and find the words now. I'm going to do another ombre using Apricot on this nail. I'm really not worrying about the blend on this one because I'm going to add glitter, so I'm just, you know, faffing with it really. I'll add another bead for the cuticle and then I'll be back with you. Okay, now it's time for the fun stuff. And glitter. So I'm starting off with the fine Chloris glitter from Sonia Williams. So the colour shifts now come in the chunky and the fine, so I had to get the fine obviously. And so picking up my beads in exactly the same way, little wet clear bead, dip it into the glitter. Always try and get a nice neat cuticle line before I do too much more. And now I'm just swirling the brush so I mix the glitter and the acrylic together, there you see, and now I'm just fading that down over top of that beautiful red colour. Not sort of worrying loads about the blend, but you know, I just want it to be kind of nice, not all the way down, just a little way down, just a nice little, there we go, fade. When I'm happy with that, I am going to place some of that fine between the colour bed colour and that decal. That's why I said I wasn't worried about there being white on show and how much was covered, because I'm just doing a nice line of glitter between the two. So I will overlap the colour bed and the nail bed and the decal slightly with the glitter, but I just want a nice little line so I don't lose too much of the decal or the apricot colour nail bed colour. So I'm just going in little beads. It's easier to add more than to take away, so just nice beads, patting it down nice and flat. And when I'm happy with that, I'm going on to this one, and again with the fine, because I've got a little bit of a system going here, I am just doing a bit of a swooshy swoosh down the centre of the nail. So I've started my bead at the middle, and then I'm going to bring it down one side to the free edge, and I'm going to take it up the other side to the cuticle so I have a nice S swoopy swoop. So I'm just going to finish playing around getting this fine on this finger in place, and then I'm back with you and we'll go in to that chunky glitter. Okay, back to the pinky, and I'm going to apply the chunky Chloris colour shift glitter over the top of the fine. Now this is a great tip if you struggle with chunkier glitters. Place a fine glitter down first in a similar colour, and this is great because they've got the matching fines, and then just pat the chunky glitter on top, and it won't matter if you've got any little gaps because that fine glitter is covering it. Now I don't want it to be fully covering because I want some of that fine showing through, so I'm just patting a small amount on top there and fading it down slightly. And I'm going to do exactly the same on top of the other two, this one and that other swoosh where I put the fine glitter. So I'm picking it up in exactly the same way, small wet bead into the glitter, and then just using the tip of my brush to place it and move it. So I'm going to finish doing that on this nail. I'm going to do the index finger as well. And then I'm going to cap them all in clear acrylic, file them into shape, refine the surface, make them look beautiful, and then I will be back with you to top coat. Okay, so they are all filed, and I did add some crystals to one of the nails. You can see the one with the decal just at the cuticle, but now I'm going in with my Team Gorgeous Flexi Top Gel, and wow, just look at how beautiful that glitter is. I love the green and the reds to it. It's going to be a great glitter for that, you know, that C word that we don't want to say just yet because it's far too early in the year, but you know what I mean. But I thought it went perfectly with these decals because it had the red butterflies with the green leaves. So I'm just going to top coat all of these, butting up to my crystals, which are from Crystal Parade, just adding that. And then I'm going to pop this hand in my LED lamp, cure that top coat for 60 seconds, and that is my tropical butterfly design complete. Oh, look at that glitter. Oh, it's so lush. I love it. Love it. And there we go, out of the lamp. Don't forget, let that top coat cool before going in with your cuticle oil. I have got, I think this is the vanilla one from Emoki Nails today. My favourite cuticle oils. And that is this set and video complete. So as always, check out the description box for product links, discount codes, everything you need to know. If you've enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget, you can always leave me comments below and I will do my best to get back to you as quickly as I can. If you haven't already, please click that subscribe button. I've got loads of videos to come in the coming weeks. But that's it from me today, and I will see you again very soon. Bye! Mwah!